Good afternoon, all of you. I am Giriraj Sharma, Assistant Professor, Department of Forensic Science, Medicaps University, Indore. Today, Department of Forensic Science, Medicaps University is going to organize a expert lecture series. So, this lecture series on speaking blood at crime scene. Before starting lecture, I would like to introduce you our expert, Dr. Rajendra Prasad Pawar. Dr. Rajendra Prasad Pawar is our expert. Mr. Dr. Rajendra Prasad Pawar, at present, he is an assistant professor at Excellence College, Bhopal. He did his master degree in forensic science from Dr. Hari Singh Gaur Vishwavidyalaya, Sagar. After that, he cleared NET JRF exam by UGC. After that, he pursued his PhD degree in forensic science from the same university. Or at present, if we see the scenario of forensic science in India, he is a budding scientist and he is doing well in forensic science by different things, by creating things. Or if we talk about the publication and participation and work experience of Mr. Dr. Rajendra Prasad Pawar, he has published national and international publications, 2 national papers, and 5 peer-reviewed international publications, and the conferences, 10, 3 best poster presentation award, e-content development, contributed as a co-author. He also attended various type of workshops, 7 workshops, short courses, 6 1 month training at the State Forensic Science Laboratory, Sagar, Madhya Pradesh, 9 years of teaching experience at UG and PG level, 7 years of research experience, and his area of research or interest is analytical forensic toxicology, preventive and spot forensics, crime scene management, or other things we can.
वेटिंग रूम में ना ये पार्टिसिपेंट वाला डब्बा खोल के रखो
Or after that, all the other things Dr. Pawar has done. He has a various member of various committees like FSDS Lucknow UP, external examiner of various papers of forensic science. He has also a much knowledge of handling sophisticated instrument like HPTLC, HPLC, MLC, LCMS, GCFID, FTIR, VSC40, UV visible spectrophotometer, tracoscan laboratory imaging system, comparison microscope, and other forensic science related basic tools and techniques. This is the short introduction of Dr. Rajendra Prasad Pawar. So, after his introduction, now I would like to request our speaker, sir. Sir, please start. And
Thank you very much, Giriraj sir.
oh,
And thank you, Medicaps University, especially Department of Forensic Science, for providing me this wonderful opportunity. And thanks for believing in me. Today, I'm going to deliver a lecture on speaking blood at scene of crime. So before I start the lecture on this particular topic, I would like to say that the blood is the only body fluid or physical evidence present in the scene of crime, which is like an ocean. A single drop of blood contains numerous, or I can say number of clues at the scene of crime. So my slide is visible.
Yes sir, it is visible sir.
Okay, thank you sir. So let's talk about the overview of this lecture. These are the basic things which I will cover in this lecture. First, I will give an introduction about the blood. Second one is the components of blood, because the components of blood means you can say there are number of components present inside the blood. So here the knowledge of the blood component is very important. After that, collection, preservation, packaging, And these steps are very useful and very important in forensic science perspective. After that, the examination of blood I will be covering in this lecture, where I will talk about field examination, laboratory examination, and then I will conclude the entire lecture. So moving into the next slide, as I told you that the blood is very important biological stain, which require identification and characterization in the investigation of crime. And if we are talking about the blood as a physical evidence, so the types of crimes where blood may be found or blood is found as a physical evidence are murder, deadly assault, or we can say offenses against human body. Uh, Other examples are rape and the various sexual assault in which the natural and unnatural sexual assaults categorized. Hit and run cases, most commonly known as road accidents. Domestic violence, where child abuse or various other crimes are categorized. And types of evidences forwarded to laboratory for the examinations are generally clothes and other belongings, soil, sand, wall scraping, or if there is a weapon used, so there may be axe, means kulhadi, metal rod, bamboo sticks, stone, knife, sword, and uh, the blood pool may be present at the scene of crime, blood droplet may be present at the scene of crime, or the dried stain or old stains may be found at the scene of crime. So the handling and the collection preservation are very important, because if the samples are not collected properly or not preserved properly or not handled properly, so the examination of the blood for the specific purpose will not be achieved. You can say if samples are not handled properly, in that particular case, even the first objective, which is whether it is suspected stain is blood or not, this will not be possible. So collection, packaging, preservation, and commonly I can say the handling of the physical evidence, especially blood or biological fluid, is very important. uh, let's talk about blood component. uh, Basically, there are two types of major component present in the blood. One is cellular component, other one is plasma parts. Cellular components means around 45% of the blood is cellular part, and 55% plasma is present in the blood. And in the cellular part, most commonly, we know that RBCs, WBCs, and platelets are present. Here in WBC, there are lymphocytes, granulocytes, and monocytes, and various other cells or types of WBCs are also present in the blood. Platelets, which is clotting factor. RBCs, the main function of RBC is to uh, I can say it play an important role in gaseous exchange, like the transportation of oxygen and carbon dioxide. Blood also play important role in circulation. And in plasma part, there are two types: solid and water. Water contains 91% around, and the solid part, which is organic and inorganic. Inorganic parts, plasma protein, enzymes, urea, bilirubin, means the various pigments are present in the blood. And in inorganic part, basically the metal salts, which are present in the ionic form, like cations and anions. These are the electrolytes. And the function of the blood. First is to supply oxygen to cell and tissues, providing essential nutrients to cells such as amino acid, fatty acids, glucose, and various other nutrients, removing waste materials, and protecting the body from infection and various foreign bodies, foreign agents, or you can say antigens. WBCs play important role to fight against the pathogens, transporting hormones, regulating pH level, body temperature, maintaining electrolytic balance, and the platelets present in the blood enable the clotting of the blood or coagulation of the blood at the site of injury or where the tissue or the cells are ruptured. So the next one is collection. Collection is very important. Here uh, I will discuss about the type of blood and their collection in brief. Like if at the scene of crime, fresh blood or liquid blood is present, so it should be collected in clean glass vials, screw cap vials, or serological grade polypropylene vials, and stains on clothes and movable articles. So the whole article, because it is movable, so it is recommended that the whole article should be packed, collected. And in case of dried stains or immovable article, or the stains found on the immovable article, so the sample should be collected as scraping with the help of a spatula, scalpel, or any sharp object. Wet stains on immovable articles should be collected as a swab. The swab should be wet by using the normal saline solution. Normal saline solution is generally recommended, but I have attended some workshops or seminars which were organized for the police professionals, and Giriraj Sharma sir was there. And what we means, हम लोगों ने वहाँ क्या सुना कि पुलिस वालों से जब पूछा गया था कि आप how you collect the blood samples or biological samples from the scene of crime. So they told that we generally, मतलब हम जहाँ पे क्राइम हुआ है वहीं आसपास से, या जिस घर में क्राइम हुआ है वहाँ से हम पानी मंगाते हैं, पीने का साफ पानी, और उससे टिश्यू या फिर जो कॉटन स्वैब्स होते हैं we wet with the potable water. We should only recommend the fresh or clean potable water, and with the help of that we collect the swab, which is wrong. And this is because of the lack of knowledge or lack of the awareness. Then preservation. Preservation is also very important, because most of the informations which are collected from the examination of the single blood droplet or the pool of blood. So if the preservation is not done properly, so the result will be definitely affected. So for preservation, as a preservative, sodium or potassium fluoride 10 milligram per ml is added, and potassium oxalate 3 milligram is used as an anticoagulant. And for dried blood, there is no need of preservative because it is in dry condition. Packaging. After collection and preservation, the next very important step is packaging of the sample. So fresh or liquid blood collected in vials are packed in a thermocol box having ice or coolant, and kept in refrigerator as soon as possible. And blood stains on clothes cannot be packed in wet condition, because wet condition or moisture promotes the growth of microorganism. So we have to protect the sample from that. So it is recommended that before packing of the clothes or other belongings where blood is present in the form of liquid or in the wet state, so it should be dried in shadow under room temperature. And movable articles can be packed in paper bags. Polythene bags should be avoided, because polythene bags prevent the evaporation or the removal of moisture. So if the small amount of moisture is present there, so bacterial growth will be there, and the sample may be biodegraded or decomposed. And scrapping can be packed in a paper piece or the small clean glass or plastic vials, which are available commercially in the market. And the scientists recommended that pathological grade vials should be used. Let's talk about examination. Firstly, I will talk about the field examination, because as a physical evidence, blood is found on the scene of crime or on the field. So field examination is also has the great significance. So blood spatter pattern must be observed at the scene of crime. It is helpful in reconstruction of incidents, and the pattern can reveal movement of the victim, assailant, age of the blood stain, टाइम ऑफ द ब्लड मीन्स किस वक्त जो है वो ब्लड इंजरी से मीन्स कहना चाहिए कि निकला और क्राइम सीन पर रहा होगा. सपोज द ब्लड इज वेट, तो वी कैन कंक्लूड दैट द क्राइम हैज बीन कमिटेड before you can say very early, and position of victim and assailant can be determined with the help of the blood spatter pattern analysis. Single or multiple attack can also be determined with the help of blood spatter pattern analysis, and with the help of means in case of dead body examination or post-mortem examination, the post-mortem lividity, which results means due to the stoppage of the blood circulation after the death. So lividity also useful to determine the time since death, and also the type of lividity. For example, in case of carbon monoxide poisoning, there will be cherry red in color, or I can say the lividity will be in cherry red color. So here blood is revealing the important information. The only thing is the investigator or the scientist who is analyzing the blood should be aware of the different patterns, different means कहना चाहिए कि colors and the various blood spatter patterns. In field examination, the types of blood stain patterns also examines. There are 3 types of blood stains may be present in the scene of crime: passive blood stains, transfer blood stains, and projected blood stains. Passive blood stain. The drops created or formed by the force of gravity acting alone. Here you can say passive blood stain. This is a circular stain which suggests that it is fall from the perpendicular or from the height. And transfer blood stain, as name suggests, transfer blood stain. This is created when a wet bloody surface comes in contact with a secondary surface. And for example, if there is a sign of struggle, or during the commitment of crime, victim and assailant were in resistance, or suppose दोनों के बीच में बहुत ज़्यादा हाथापाई हुई है, in that situation, if a criminal attack with the knife or any pointed object, so blood may be there, and after during the struggle क्रिमिनल या फिर जो विक्टिम है उसके कोई भी बॉडी पार्ट या फिर उसके शूज हो सकते हैं, फुटवेयर हो सकते हैं, वो ब्लड के कांटेक्ट में यदि आते हैं तो उससे जो इंप्रेशन बनता है दैट विल बी ट्रांसफर ब्लड स्टेन पैटर्न. देन प्रोजेक्टेड ब्लड स्टेन. दीज आर क्रिएटेड when an exposed blood source is subjected to an action or force. greater than the force of gravity. So, for example, if a criminal shoot or fired on a victim, so the projected bloodstain pattern will be there. The size, shape, and number of resulting stains will depend primarily on the amount of force utilized to strike the blood source. फायरआर्म के अलावा जो है हैवी ऑब्जेक्ट लाइक एक्स और रॉड और sword which are used for the commitment of the crime or for the murder or for killing of any person. So there will also be the possibility of projected blood stain which may be found at the scene of crime. So the pattern must be examined properly and every blood droplet should be photographed. Photography is also very important. Here in this slide, you can see the type of blood stain patterns and with the, excuse me. Yes. So passive blood stains, if the pool or saturation is present at the scene of crime, so the pool will be look like this. Droplets are ऐसे मतलब इस तरह से दिखाई देंगी and blood flow. If less than 0 to 90 degree, less than 90 degree angle से यदि blood droplets जो है वो फर्श पे या किसी भी ऑब्जेक्ट पे फॉल डाउन होता है, in that particular case the droplets will be elongated and the elongation will suggest the means direction of impact, and with the calculation of length and the width of the blood droplets, the angle of impact can be determined. It is determined manually or there are softwares available which can accurately determine the angle of impact. Transfer stains which may be formed due to sweeping, wiping, or here you can see the pattern stain. Here you can see footwear, bloody footwear impression. Then projected stain, if the velocity of the object which is used for murder or for the commitment of crime and the velocity is low, so this type of stains will be formed, and from the medium velocity this kind of pattern will be there, and due to the high velocity in case of firearm, यदि किसी को फायर किया गया है high velocity firearm से, so mist like pattern will be there. And in transfer stain, I would like to explain one more thing. There will be arch pattern. If there is pool of blood or the blood means जो ऑब्जेक्ट है उस पे यदि काफी सारा ब्लड लगा हुआ है और कोई भी क्रिमिनल जो है वो उस ऑब्जेक्ट को मींस ब्लो करता है, इन दैट सिचुएशन जो ब्लड है वो यदि ट्रांसफर होता है वॉल पे या आसपास मौजूद जो ऑब्जेक्ट हैं तो वहां पे आर्च पैटर्न विल बी फॉर्म्ड. सो प्रेजेंस ऑफ आर्च पैटर्न indicates the transfer of blood stains, and it is very important for the determination of means कहना चाहिए multiple attack. It suggests that the means जो criminal है उसने बार बार victim के ऊपर जो है attack किया है. In this slide you can see blood stain patterns formed by human blood on different surfaces. This image is taken from a research article in which the researcher used various surfaces like cardboard, cotton cloth, glass, metal, polished shoes, skin, thermocol, thin paper, wood, white tile, floor. और इस पे उन्होंने जो है ह्यूमन ब्लड के थ्रू जो है 90 डिग्री परपेंडिकुलर जो कहना चाहिए कि उस पे इन्होंने ब्लड को जो है इन सरफेसेस पे जो है मींस फॉल किया हुआ था, और यहाँ आप देख सकते हैं वेरियस पैटर्न्स in on the smooth surfaces like glass or you can say tiles. The droplet will be smooth and circular. There will be no spine or satellite pattern. But other than smooth surfaces, on the other than smooth surfaces, there will be you can say here on the floor, here you can see spine and the satellite of the blood droplets. Here on the wood, which is also considered as a smooth surface, so here you can also see that the blood droplet is circular. Thick smooth paper is smooth, but कहीं ना कहीं वो जो है हल्का सा रफ होता ही है, उसके ऊपर भी यदि ब्लड ड्रॉपलेट्स गिरती हैं तो वहाँ पे जो स्पाइंस एंड सैटेलाइट जो है ब्लड ड्रॉपलेट्स के साथ दिखाई देता है, तो आप ये देख सकते हैं। इसके अलावा फील्ड एग्जामिनेशन में here you can see the pattern of blood droplets which were fall from the different angles, and these patterns are important or useful to determine the angle of impact. Here you can see at 90 degree the pattern is completely circular. At 80 degree you can see minute elongation, and at 10 degree you can see here maximum elongation. So these types of pattern help or suggest that the possible angle of impact. From this droplet you can see the width and the length of the blood droplet. Here in this particular image you can see spine pattern and the satellite drops, minute droplets. In the field examination there will be back spatter or forward spatter. This particular type of blood spatter pattern may be found at the scene of crime in case of firearm. Back spatter will be formed if there is only entry wound, or back spatter and forward spatter will be formed when there is entry and exit wound both are present. Because of the high velocity, the forward pattern will be very large and mist-like droplets will be present and at the front surface or front object, जो कि या तो assailant के सामने की तरफ या victim के पीछे की तरफ, जो कहना चाहिए कि या exit wound की तरफ जो भी object या wall present है उस पर mist-like pattern will be formed and the forward spatter will be large because of the high velocity, and back spatter will be small. So this is also very important to examine. And here the in the forward pattern or backward pattern there will be some pieces of fragments of tissues or bones may be present, so which is also means important to examine at the scene of crime and to be collected from the scene of crime for further examination. Now laboratory examination. In the laboratory examination, physical examinations, chemical examinations are generally performed. In the physical examination, color of the blood stain is generally observed, examined. Like liquid blood will be red in color, liquid or fresh blood is there, and stains will be reddish brown in color. Condition of the blood, at which place the stains are present, and order, mucus, urine, vaginal discharge, ये जो है physical examination में किया जाता है in case of what I can say, suppose at the scene of crime, for example in case of rape, there is menstrual blood is present, or in case of rape of a recently means what I can say कि जिसने अभी मतलब कहना चाहिए 1-2 दिन में ही है, जिसकी रिसेंटली डिलीवरी हुई है, उस लेडी के साथ में, उस फीमेल के साथ में यदि रेप का केस हुआ है, इन दैट पर्टिकुलर केस जो है कहना चाहिए कि मेंस्ट्रुअल ब्लड और वेजाइनल डिस्चार्ज, जिसे कि लोशियल ब्लड कहते हैं, वो क्राइम सीन पे भी प्रेजेंट हो सकता है, और जो क्रिमिनल है उसकी बॉडी पे और उसकी जो गारमेंट्स हैं, उसकी बिलोंगिंग्स जो है उस पर प्रेजेंट हो सकता है, और उसकी जो पिक्यूलियर स्मेल है, ऑर्डर है, that will be means very helpful to establish the type of blood, whether it is menstrual blood, lochial blood, or the normal blood. Material, debris, extracellular components are examined in the physical examination. For example, there is some debris of cement और पेंट और आटा, या किसी इंडस्ट्री में कोई काम कर रहा है, उसके हाथों में जो भी कुछ इम्प्योरिटीज वगैरह लगी रही होगी या कुछ भी डिब्रीज उसमें प्रेजेंट है, कोई एक्सटर्नल मटेरियल उसमें है, सपोज करो सॉइल, पॉलन, या फिर कोई प्लांट मटेरियल, एक्स्ट्रा सेलुलर कंपोनेंट्स, फॉर एग्जांपल जैसे मैंने कहा था कि जो फायर आर्म रिलेटेड केसेस हैं उसमें, सो वो भी देखना इंपॉर्टेंट होता है. हेयर फाइबर इन केस ऑफ the if murder or any heavy weapon is used there, so there may be like stick पे जो है, rod पे जो है hair present हो सकते हैं खून के साथ में, fibers हो सकते हैं. in particular case if I talk about hit and run, clothings, infant blood, antemortem, postmortem blood, ये जो है वो physical examination में किया जाता है. antemortem blood is having the clotting factors, and postmortem blood में जो है clotting factor नहीं होता है. एक gross examination, and there will be several type of examination which should be done to determine the antemortem or postmortem blood. And in the chemical examination, there are 4 basic objectives. One is whether it is blood or not, origin of species, individualization, and disputed paternity and maternity cases. So for the very first objective, whether the suspected blood which is collected from the scene of crime is blood or not. So for this purpose, preliminary examination is firstly done, and it involves some color tests to detect the blood. Results of preliminary test cannot confirm the presence of blood. It only suggestive means ये सिर्फ ये दर्शाते हैं कि blood may be present. For the confirmation, a scientist or an investigator have to use various confirmatory tests, and it is based on the presence of hemoglobin pigment in the blood. Hemoglobin ही एकमात्र ऐसा पिगमेंट है जो कि ब्लड में ही पाया जाता है. किसी और बॉडी फ्लूइड में जो कि क्राइम सीन पे मिल सकता है उसमें हीमोग्लोबिन प्रेजेंट नहीं होता, और हीमोग्लोबिन स्पेसिफिकली प्रेजेंट होता है रेड ब्लड सेल्स में, आरबीसीज में. एंड ड्यू टू द प्रेजेंस ऑफ हीमोग्लोबिन, प्रिलिमिनरी एग्जामिनेशंस गिव्स द स्पेसिफिक कलर्स. एंड द बेसिक प्रिंसिपल इज कि जब भी किसी सस्पेक्टेड स्टेन को रिड्यूस्ड स्टेट वाले कलरलेस रिएजेंट के साथ में रिएक्ट कराया जाता है इन द प्रेजेंस ऑफ एनी ऑक्सीडाइजिंग एजेंट, तो जो रिड्यूस्ड स्टेट में कलरलेस रिएजेंट होता है, फॉर एग्जांपल बेंजीडीन, रिड्यूस्ड स्टेट में जो है ये हल्का सा डल ब्राउन कलर का होता है, हल्का सा ब्लैकिश होता है, लेकिन जब इसे सस्पेक्टेड स्टेन की प्रेजेंस में पेरोक्साइड से ट्रीट किया जाता है तो ये जो है ऑक्सीडाइज होने के बाद में बेंजीडीन, ऑक्सीडाइज बेंजीडीन जो है वो ब्लू कलर में या इंटेंस ब्लू कलर में जो है दिखाई देता है, जहां पे हीमोग्लोबिन का हीम पार्ट जो है इज एक्ट लाइक द कैटलिस्ट. Therefore, these preliminary tests are also known as the catalytic test. So here the heme component of the hemoglobin is play an important role. कुछ लोग ये कहते हैं कि जो पेरोक्साइड, यहाँ पे हाइड्रोजन पेरोक्साइड जो है इस्तेमाल करते हैं H2O2 3%, वो इस्तेमाल करते हैं, उसकी वजह से ब्लड का ऑक्सीडेशन होता है और जो है ऑक्सीडाइज ब्लड का कलर जो है ब्लू होता है, देयरफॉर वो अल्टीमेट जो कलर आता है आफ्टर द रिएक्शन इज ब्लू, जबकि ऐसा नहीं है। मैंने ये चीज फैक्ट वेरीफाई किया था, मैं ये आप लोगों से शेयर करना चाहूंगा कि कुछ लोगों का ये मानना है कि ये ब्लड का कलर चेंज होता है ऑक्सीडाइज होने के बाद, लेकिन जो मैंने पढ़ा लिटरेचर वो उसके हिसाब से जो है जो रिड्यूस्ड रिएजेंट होते हैं वही ऑक्सीडाइज्ड होने के बाद जो है कलर प्रोड्यूस करते हैं। ओके, तो ये चीज जो है आप लोगों को यहाँ समझनी चाहिए और कंफ्यूज नहीं होना चाहिए। देयर आर वेरियस टेस्ट, but the most frequently or most commonly used preliminary tests are benzidine reagent test, which gives blue color in the possible presence of blood. Phenolphthalein test, यहाँ पे alkaline phenolphthalein का जो है मतलब phenolphthalein is reduced at the alkaline condition and the final result is means looks like light pink color. Leukomalachite green test, here the जो सस्पेक्टेड ब्लड स्टेन के प्रेजेंस में जो है ये ग्रीन कलर देता है। ल्यूमिनॉल टेस्ट, these all tests are very sensitive. These are sensitive to detect the blood up to the parts per million level, means you can say 2 to 5 ppm dilution भी यदि blood का है, so these are capable to detect the presence of the means suggestive presence of the blood. So these are very sensitive. Luminol basically chemiluminescence test है जो कि blood यदि suppose कीजिए कि scene of crime से wipe कर दिया गया, wash कर दिया गया है, in that particular case if luminol is spread over there and in the dark or means in darkness it gives chemiluminescence. So it is also very useful in such conditions. Chemical examination में let's talk about confirmatory examination. Confirmatory tests are generally the microcrystal tests. Microcrystals of hemoglobin derivatives are formed. Therefore, these are known as confirmatory tests. जैसे कि मैंने कहा hemoglobin blood के अलावा जो है इतनी ज्यादा मात्रा में किसी और means कहना चाहिए कि body fluid में नहीं present होता है. So generally Tickman Takayama tests are performed in the laboratory and basic steps are suspected blood samples जो है वो slide पे लिया जाता है, then 1 drop of reagent should be added there, put the cover slip, warm slightly on the hot plate or in the Bunsen burner, but precaution means सावधानी इतनी रखनी है कि ज़्यादा गर्म नहीं करना है, otherwise the sample will be decomposed, and observe under compound microscope. So while observing in the microscope there will be a specific shape crystals, means in Tickman test you can see here the rhombic shaped crystal of hematine will be formed. In this slide you can see these are the crystals or hematine crystals which are in rhombic in shape and color will be yellowish brown, and sensitivity of this test is 0.0001 ml blood per 0.1 milligram of hemoglobin. Takayama test, here the crystals of hemochromogen will be formed and the shape will be feather shaped and the crystals will be yellowish brown in color. You can see here the shape of the hemochromogen crystals. इन्हें जो है 400x पे जो है बहुत अच्छे से ऑब्जर्व किया जा सकता है. इसकी सेंसिटिविटी भी जो है सिमिलर ही है. सॉरी. Now जब first objective, that is whether it is blood or not, it is determined, so the next step is to determine the origin of species. And for this purpose, precipitating test is used. Precipitating test is generally basically based on the antigen antibody reaction. In this particular case, the origin of species is determined. For this purpose, the ring test, immunodiffusion method, immunoelectrophoresis, and crossover electrophoresis generally performed. Here means यदि ये पता लगाया जा चुका है कि सस्पेक्टेड स्टेन जो है वो ब्लड है, तो दूसरा जो ऑब्जेक्टिव होता है वो कि ये इसका ओरिजिन क्या है, वेदर इट इज ऑफ ह्यूमन ओरिजिन और ओरिजिनेटेड फ्रॉम दी अदर एनिमल्स. तो इसके लिए प्रेसिपिटेंट टेस्ट करते हैं. इसमें सबसे पहले वी हैव टू टेक द एंटी सीरम, suppose anti-human serum, anti-goat serum, anti-buffalo, anti-cow serum, then the diluted sample of the blood which was collected from the scene of crime is poured in this test tube. And in case of positive reaction, because antigen antibody reaction is very specific, so if we have means हमने यदि इसमें जो है एंटी ह्यूमन सीरम लिया हुआ है एंड सस्पेक्टेड ब्लड सैंपल जो है इसमें हमने यदि पोर किया और पॉजिटिव रिएक्शन आती है, इट मींस और इट सजेस्ट दैट जो ब्लड है वो ह्यूमन ओरिजिन का है. यदि प्रेसिपिटेशन रिएक्शन नहीं आती है, इन दैट पर्टिकुलर केस वी कैन से और वी कैन कंक्लूड दैट दिस ब्लड इज नॉट ऑफ ह्यूमन ओरिजिन. सो प्रेसिपिटेंट टेस्ट ये सिंपली टेस्ट ट्यूब में भी परफॉर्म किया जा सकता है. इसके अलावा इम्यूनोडिफ्यूजन मेथड जिसमें कि जेल का इस्तेमाल किया जाता है, इम्यूनो इलेक्ट्रोफोरेसिस, क्रॉस ओवर इलेक्ट्रोफोरेसिस के थ्रू भी जो है प्रेसिपिटेंट टेस्ट परफॉर्म किया जा सकता है. और इससे जो ब्लड क्राइम सीन पे प्रेजेंट है उसकी स्पीसीज जो है उसका डिटर्मिनेशन किया जा सकता है. आफ्टर द डिटर्मिनेशन ऑफ ओरिजिन ऑफ स्पीसीज जब पता चल जाता है कि ये ह्यूमन ओरिजिन का है, तो नेक्स्ट ऑब्जेक्टिव इज इंडिविजुअलाइजेशन ऑफ दैट पर्टिकुलर ब्लड सैंपल. So for individualization, blood grouping methods are applied. The most common method is ABO blood grouping, where serum antibody method and cell antigen methods are used. Between serum antibody methods and cell antigen methods, the cell antigen method is very useful. Means आप लोगों ने देखा होगा कि जो नॉर्मली ब्लड टेस्ट करते हैं तो उसमें मींस ऑन द स्लाइड जो है वहाँ पे 3 ड्रॉप जो है अलग अलग ब्लड की ले ली जाती है. उसके बाद में वी हैव टू मिक्स एंटीसीरा ए, एंटीसीरा बी और एंटीसीरा डी. एंड इन केस ऑफ प्रेसिपिटेशन मींस जिस भी एंटीसीरा के साथ में, क्योंकि उसमें एंटीबॉडीज प्रेजेंट होती है और रेड सेल्स की जो सरफेस है उस पे जो स्पेसिफिक एंटीजेंस पाए जाते हैं ए, बी और एंटीजन एब्सेंट है तो ओ ब्लड ग्रुप है. तो वहाँ पे यदि ए के साथ में एग्लूटिनेशन होता है तो मींस ए ब्लड ग्रुप होता है, और बी के साथ में प्रेसिपिटेशन होता है तो देयर विल बी बी. एंड इफ there is no precipitation, so we can say that the blood is O, blood group is O. And if in RH for D means antisera D वाला जो blood जिसमें mix किया गया है वहाँ पे यदि कोई precipitation नहीं आता है, that means कि the blood group is RH negative. And if there is some precipitation or प्रेसिपिटेशन एग्लूटिनेशन जो है वहाँ पे फॉर्म होता है तो वो ब्लड ग्रुप जो है पॉजिटिव माना जाता है फॉर सपोज बी पॉजिटिव और ए पॉजिटिव. एंड एज वी नो दैट एट द सीन ऑफ क्राइम लिक्विड ब्लड और पूल ऑफ ब्लड इज रेयरली फाउंड. व्हाट वी फाउंड एट द सीन ऑफ क्राइम इज ड्राइड और ओल्ड ब्लड स्टेन. सो वहां पे ब्लड ग्रुपिंग के लिए जो है नॉर्मल ब्लड ग्रुपिंग मेथड्स एज वी परफॉर्म इन द पैथोलॉजी लैब आर नॉट यूजफुल. सो फॉर दोज पर्टिकुलर ब्लड सैंपल्स absorption inhibition method and absorption elution methods are used in the forensic science laboratory. ये दोनों मेथड में absorption elution method is very sensitive although it is very time consuming because of the means ये जो है इसमें बहुत सारी steps होती है, therefore it is lengthy and time consuming, but it is very sensitive and in comparison to absorption inhibition method. तो जनरली ये वाला क्वेश्चन जो है मतलब पूछा जाता है और ये चीजें जो है हम मिस कर देते हैं। मीन्स जैसे मैंने स्टूडेंट्स का वाइवा वगैरह लिया, उसमें ये चीजें यदि देखते हैं तो क्योंकि क्राइम सीन पे जो है ड्राइड स्टेट में जो है ब्लड मिलता है और ड्राइड स्टेट में होता है तो उसका नॉर्मल लाइक जैसे कि पैथोलॉजी लैब्स में ब्लड ग्रुपिंग परफॉर्म की जाती है वैसे ब्लड ग्रुपिंग करना पॉसिबल नहीं होता है, वेरी डिफिकल्ट होता है। Therefore, absorption inhibition and absorption elution methods are used. And apart from ABO blood grouping method, there are various other blood group systems are available, which are not very common because ABO blood grouping method से ही जो कि antigen based या क्योंकि जिनकी बॉडी में जो है मींस रेड सेल्स पे तो एंटीजेंस पाए ही जाते हैं लेकिन प्लाज्मा में एंटीबॉडीज भी पाई जाती है। सो या तो एंटीबॉडीज से एंटीजन का रिएक्शन करवा के ब्लड ग्रुप डिटरमाइन किया जा सकता है और वी कैन डिटरमाइन द ब्लड ग्रुप बाय reacting the antibodies from the antigens found on the red blood cells. And blood grouping method के अलावा red cell isoenzymes characterization, serum group systems, hemoglobin के जो variants होते हैं उनके analysis और HLA, human leukocyte antigens, means antigens are not only found on the RBCs, they are also found on white blood cells. So यदि चाहे तो HLA टाइपिंग या HLA सिस्टम के द्वारा भी ब्लड ग्रुपिंग जो है वो की जा सकती है, लेकिन ये इतने कॉमन नहीं है। इंडिविजुअलाइजेशन के लिए ब्लड ग्रुपिंग के अलावा DNA प्रोफाइलिंग इज वेरी सेंसिटिव एंड अल्टीमेट मेथड। क्योंकि ये महंगी है, DNA प्रोफाइलिंग इज वेरी कॉस्टली and obviously little bit time consuming in comparison to normal blood grouping methods, but if required, so DNA fingerprinting is done generally, for example in case of rape or in case of various other assaults which are committed against the human body, जहाँ पे ज़रूरत होती है वहाँ पे DNA प्रोफाइलिंग जो की जाती है और इससे अल्टीमेट मीन्स पर्सनल आइडेंटिफिकेशन जो है वो अल्टीमेटली किया जाता है। इसके बाद फिर कुछ और करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है। लेकिन DNA प्रोफाइलिंग हर एक केस में जो है इंडिविजुअलाइजेशन के लिए परफॉर्म नहीं की जाती है, क्योंकि यदि इस तरीके से हर एक केस में DNA प्रोफाइलिंग करना शुरू कर दिए तो लैब का बजट जो है वो कुछ ही महीनों में ख़त्म हो जाएगा और बाकी जो केसेस हैं फिर उसके लिए हमारे पास ना ही रिएजेंट्स बचेंगे ना ही हमारे पास केमिकल्स होंगे, तो इतना फ्रीक्वेंटली नहीं किया जा सकता। देन डिस्प्यूटेड पैटर्निटी एंड मैटरनिटी केसेस। डिस्प्यूटेड पैटर्निटी एंड मैटरनिटी के केसेस में ब्लड ग्रुपिंग के थ्रू ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ ब्लड ग्रुप्स और ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ DNA प्रोफाइलिंग we can solve or the expert or scientist can sort out the matter of disputed paternity and disputed maternity। जैसे कि जिन्होंने पढ़ा है वो जानते होंगे कि जो ब्लड ग्रुप्स हैं वो मदर और फादर से जो है इनहेरिटेड होते हैं और फॉर एग्जांपल यदि मदर्स ब्लड टाइप इज A एंड फादर्स ब्लड टाइप इज A, तो वहाँ पे जो है चाइल्ड का ब्लड जो ग्रुप होगा वो A और O हो सकता है। वहाँ पे जो मीन्स कहना चाहिए कि पॉसिबिलिटी है वहाँ मतलब जिसमें B एंटीजन, क्योंकि मम्मी और पापा मदर एंड फादर के ब्लड में B एंटीजन प्रेजेंट है ही नहीं, तो चाइल्ड के ब्लड में जो है B एंटीजन आएगा ही नहीं। इन केस फादर्स ब्लड टाइप इज B एंड मदर्स ब्लड टाइप इज B, तो वहाँ पे भी जो है कहना चाहिए कि A जो है वो उसकी पॉसिबिलिटी जो है नहीं होगी, वहाँ पे B या O ही जो है वो हो सकता है। तो ऐसे ही मीन्स ये एक बहुत बड़ा जो है एक चार्ट है जिसमें कि डिस्प्यूटेड और ब्लड ग्रुप के आधार पे जो है डिस्प्यूटेड पैटर्निटी एंड मैटरनिटी के केसेस जो है सॉर्ट आउट किए जा सकते हैं। जनरली ये सॉर्ट आउट किए जाते हैं। और यदि पर्टिकुलर केसेस है जहाँ पे जो मींस ऐसे डिस्प्यूट्स के केस आए जहाँ पे कि सस्पेक्ट का ब्लड ग्रुप भी ए है, in that particular case DNA profiling will be suggested to sort out these types of matters. And at last conclusion, I will say that a single drop of blood is an ocean of clues. So with the help of a single drop which may be found or which is present at the scene of crime, we can determine or we can extract out various informations, like we can determine the blood group, we can determine the abnormalities or any type of diseases, and DNA profiling can be done, and there are number of informations can be extracted from a single blood drops. So thank you.
Thank you, Rajen sir. Sir, really, this is a marvelous talk or deliver which you have delivered a fabulous lecture to students, and even we people have enjoyed this lecture. Really. Now
Thank
we
you,
have
sir.
a queries. If any student has a query, we can discuss or ask query. We have 5 minutes for the query session.
Okay, so sir, on the behalf of Medicaps University, I want to thank you for delivering such a wonderful lecture. I have a query that, sir, if in the case of paternity disputes, if we go to the DNA profiling, so which type of DNA is mainly used? Either it is from paternal side or either it is from maternal side, sir, or both the DNA we are using and comparing, sir?
Sir, if we have to determine the maternity, so
Yes, sir.
mitochondrial DNA profiling is very useful for that particular case. And
Yes.
यदि डिस्प्यूटेड पैटर्निटी के केस में जो है फिर तो मींस पेरेंट जो फादर है उसका ब्लड से ही उसकी प्रोफाइलिंग के साथ ही जो है उसका कंपैरिजन किया जाता है। लेकिन फॉर पर्टिकुलरली फॉर डिस्प्यूटेड मैटरनिटी माइटोकॉन्ड्रियल डीएनए प्रोफाइलिंग इज वेरी यूजफुल।
थैंक यू सर। और इसके बाद एक चीज और पूछना चाहूंगा कि जैसे सर अगर किसी भी शार्प वेपन से नेक पे कोई भी या गर्दन पे हमला जब किया जाता है
जी सर,
तो बॉडी वहां से हट गई पर स्पैटर पैटर्न रहता है, तो सर क्या हम स्पैटर पैटर्न से ये पता कर सकते हैं कि हेड कंप्लीटली बॉडी से अलग हो चुका होगा या फिर जस्ट वो एक वुंड क्रिएट किया होगा?
सर यदि कहना चाहिए कि यदि कंप्लीटली नेक जो है बॉडी से रिमूव किया गया होगा तो इन दैट पर्टिकुलर केस क्या होगा कि जो आर्टरीज वेन्स हैं वो कट जाएंगी और ब्लड प्रेशर की वजह से जो है वहां पे स्पर्टिंग ऑफ ब्लड होगी एंड पूल ऑफ ब्लड विल बी देयर। सो ये जो है सजेस्ट करेगा। और यदि सिर्फ स्लिट किया गया है जिसमें कि माइन्यूट कट जो है वो नेक पे क्रिएट की गई है तो इन दैट पर्टिकुलर केस जो है कि मींस कहना चाहिए कि इतना वो जो है वहाँ पे उतना प्रेजेंट नहीं होगा। लेकिन फिर भी हाँ कि जुगुलर वेन वगैरह यदि स्लिट की गई है या कट गई है तो वहाँ पे भी जो है स्पर्टिंग पैटर्न जो है वो मिलेगा क्राइम सीन पे और उससे कहना चाहिए कि विक्टिम की जो पोजीशन है कि उस पर्टिकुलर क्राइम सीन पे क्या रही होगी इसका जो है पता लगाया जा सकता है विद द हेल्प ऑफ एंगल ऑफ इम्पैक्ट और द टाइप ऑफ पैटर्न प्रेजेंट ऑन द सीन ऑफ क्राइम।
Hello sir, this is Shivam sir.
जी सर।
Sir, I have a question.
जी सर बताइए।
Can we identify the age of a person from blood?
फ्रॉम ब्लड सर,
Yes.
फ्रैंकली स्पीकिंग ये वाला जो है अभी मेरे नॉलेज में नहीं है, मैंने ये नहीं पढ़ा है अभी, मींस अपडेट नहीं किया है मैं कह सकता हूँ श्योरली।
Sir, actually,
हाँ
yeah. That's why I'm asking, because the research is going on in that particular topic, and from New York, they have been finding that using an enzyme like alkaline phosphate, which is
okay.
in growth of and of the bone of a individual. So, for example, the graph of the alkaline phosphate means throughout the age when the person becomes old, the enzyme alkaline phosphate decreases graph. So they have identified using UV spectrophotometer.
Okay.
Means they have done the particular catalytic test, means the particular contain p-nitrophenyl phosphate converts into the p-nitrophenol, which converts into the yellowish color. So you, by examining the color intensity of that particular color using UV spectrophotometer, so we can identify that the person age, meaning is the stain is of old age person or young age person, until and unless that he or she should not be having any bone disease or blood related diseases. So means I think that they have done the study, but still there are various means drawbacks.
हाँ सर, क्योंकि इसमें जो है मेन जो है ये फॉरेंसिक मेडिसिन में आई थिंक मैंने कभी, लेकिन मुझे अभी एग्जैक्टली याद नहीं है, और ये मैंने 24th ऑल इंडिया फॉरेंसिक साइंस कॉन्फ्रेंस में भी ये चीज सुना था, लेकिन वहाँ पे यही क्वेश्चन अराइज हुआ था कि एक्यूरेसी,
there is no accuracy, right?
yes, therefore these methods are not available in the literature, especially in the books.
But
So,
yeah,
but thank you very much. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir.
So
And,
in the last, I would like to call Shivam Chaurasia sir for the vote of thanks. Sir, please.
hello everyone, and good evening all the participants. It gives me an immense pleasure to deliver the vote of thanks for this event to my immense speaker, my colleagues, and all the students who attended the lecture. I would like to thank our head of the department, Mr. Ajay Vishwas, and all my colleagues who participated actively and arranged this knowledgeable expert lecture. So once again, very much thanks to Dr. Rajen Prasad for sharing his knowledge, and also thanks to all the students who made this expert lecture successful by their active participation. So thank you all, and thank you Rajen sir for giving this knowledge and your time. Thank you.
Sir, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. From my side also, I want to thanks a lot for giving your precious time, and let's hope that such type of meetings will carry on more often.
बिल्कुल सर, बिल्कुल.
Thank